Hi and welcome back to my channel. This is day 2 of our 12 days of Christmas, and I'm excited because I'm going to be talking today about how to budget your holiday spending. Okay, so a happy holiday season starts with the budget, and here's how you do that. So you want to determine what you can afford to spend. That is first and foremost. You've got to know, because only you know, how much you can afford to spend for the holiday season. So look over your finances and determine how much you can afford to spend per person or per family. Sometimes you may have to do it per family if you don't have a lot. Then you want to set a spending limit for each area of holiday spending. Okay, so make sure your budget is realistic and don't try to live above your means. I cannot stress that enough, because too many people they say, well, I'm only going to spend this amount of money on Jane. But then they get in the store, oh, Jane is so sweet. She's done so many great things for me this year. And I want to give, instead of spending $25 on a blouse for Jane because it's really pretty and it's something that Jane would wear, you decide to go to give her a $1,000 Persian rug because she's such a great person. So stop living above your means, okay? Number 3, track your spending throughout the holiday season. So in order to do that, you've got to keep a running log and total of the purchases, and be sure to note if you were under budget or over budget, what you budgeted for that person or again, that family. So what you do is you create a spreadsheet, and on that spreadsheet, your first column is you want to make your first column the person that you're giving the gift to or the family. Okay, the next column, you want to list out the budget amount. And then the next column, you want to title it over budget, and the column next to that, under budget. So let's say your first line item is Michelle. That would be me. So let's say you have me on your Christmas list, and your budget for me was $30, right? So the budgeted amount is $30. So you have my name in column 1. Column 2 has $30. Column 3 is titled over budget, under budget. So no, let me take that back. Before you get to the last 2 columns, so it would be my name. $30 is what you allotted for my gift. The next column is actual amount spent. Okay, then the column after that, it's titled over budget. The one next to that is under budget. So you would have Michelle, budgeted $30. Next column, amount spent. Let's say whatever it was you bought, it was on sale for $22. I'm going to say $25. Make the math a little easier. So you budgeted for $30. The gift that you got me was on sale, so you got it for $25. So you would check the box that says under budget. So that way you know automatically that, now I say this, that you can either check the box or you can put in the under budget $5. That way when you look at that spreadsheet, you'll know that Michelle's gift was budgeted at $30, but you only spent, the actual cost was $25, and in the under budget, $5. So what happens is, as you go down through your list, you may get down to your best girlfriend or your boyfriend or your husband or whoever, or your wife, and you say, well, you know what? I saved $5 on Michelle's gift. I saved $5 on Samantha's gift. I saved $10 on Barry's gift. So I have this extra money. 10 was at 10 for $20. So I've got $20 that I saved because I budgeted for one thing, but I was able to save this. So maybe, your boyfriend's gift, you budgeted for $100, but guess what? Because you got this extra money here in this, under budget column, you can now put it with your significant other's gift and get something a little bit more. See how that works, y'all? And it keeps you on track. I love it. Number 4, tweak your budget to cover any instances of overspending, because it will happen, okay? But don't panic. Do not have a meltdown. It's not that deep. It will happen. If you overspend on someone's gift, instead of stressing, you can always adjust the spending in another category on your list. So if you had office gift for your gift exchange. If you have one, if you had budgeted for $20, then maybe you can say, well, you know what, I'm gonna cut that down to $10. Then I can take $10 from here. And because, Brittany is just a baby, she's not even a year old, I can take maybe $10 off her gift. And because parents always need Pampers, so if you buy them some Pampers, I promise you they're going to be happy. But you can take $10 off her gift. So you see how you can just go through your list and take things off so that you can still stay within your overall budget. Here's some suggestions. Don't be afraid to change your budget. Did you hear what I said? Don't be afraid to change your budget. It's okay. A good budget is always evolving. Okay? So if you budgeted for spending $300 this Christmas and you've got to change that budget and tweak it down to $200 for everybody on your list, it's okay to do that, because guess what? They didn't know what your budget was to begin with. Okay? And I don't know if you all are like me. I am thankful to get a gift. It doesn't have to be anything expensive. It really doesn't. I'm going to tell you something. I love making wreaths now. I'm into wreath making. So if somebody went to Hobby Lobby or Michael's, hint, hint, and decided, you know what, they have mesh on sale. Let me pick up a couple of colors for Michelle because I know she loves making wreaths. I would be just as tickled pink by that. I can promise you, because it's something that I'm going to need. So it doesn't have to be elaborate. Change your budget if you need to. And number 2, hang on to a copy of your budget after the holidays is over. It'll be helpful in planning your next year's budget. That way you're not starting from scratch, okay? So let me do a quick recap, and I promise I'll let you be. So as we talk about budgeting for this holiday season, because I don't want any of y'all come January sitting around with the long face, and you're angry and you're mad because you spent more money than you should have. In order to stay on budget, number 1, determine what you can afford to spend and be realistic. Okay? I don't none of that, oh, well, if I get Susie this, she's going to snub her nose. So what? Don't buy Susie anything if she's going to snub her nose. And for some people, guess what? It might be that you just hand out $25 gift cards, $10 gift cards from Starbucks, especially if you know that that person loves Starbucks. Make your budget affordable, okay? Number 2, set a spending limit for each area of holiday spending. Okay, every area. That means for gifts, it means for decorations, it means for travel, whatever area that you have this holiday season, set a budget. Number 3, track your spending throughout the holiday season. And then number 4, tweak your budget to cover any instances of overspending, because those things just happen. The suggestions were, don't be afraid to change your budget, because a good budget is always evolving. And number 2, hang on to a copy of your budget after the holiday season, so that as you go into the next year, your budget is already set and you can just tweak what you had for this year for next year. So that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much to my newest subscribers. Thank you so much for those of you that continue to support me in all that I do. I love you guys to the moon and back. And I want to wish you happy holiday spending. Create your budgets. That way you don't go over goal. Until our next episode of 12 Days of Christmas, take care and we'll talk again soon.